So I wanted to do a shopping haul with you guys to show you some of the things that I got to go to revamp this room. Now, in this before shot, you'll see that there is a new rug already put down, and the reason why is because I needed my husband's help to get that in before he left. So we went ahead and we took out the old rug. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a picture up right now, and we're going to talk about the room. So you'll see there's a lot of blue. Blue is my color. And it is always my go-to. Anytime I'm looking at home decor, I am attracted to blue. I love the painting that is above the wall, or above the bed. I love that painting. It's fabulous. But I will say that all of this stuff, aside from the carpet or the rug, the throw rug, were all things that I brought from the apartment before we bought the house. So the painting wasn't above our bed there, or was it? I can't even remember now. But either way, everything was brought from there and put up. And again, the curtains that are hanging in the room are not curtains that I would choose to have in the space. But when you buy a new home, there's no window treatments and you need something right away, and I always go for white. Always. So anyways, everything in the room was brought with me or purchased right away, for privacy purposes as far as the curtains go. I do have blackout shades on the two windows next to the bed, which I'm going to be pulling down. I'm going to be using curtains that I already had to save myself some money, but they're going to need to be hemmed, and I'm going to show you guys that really quick. We're going to be doing some DIYs because I want to, and there's something I don't want to waste, and if I can remake it to fit into the space, that's what I'm going to do. So I feel like I'm blabbering all over the road, and I want to get to the shopping haul because there's lots to show you. But I also want to say that the throw rug that I had purchased and put into the space, okay, so let me kind of backtrack a little bit. I have always loved Ralph Lauren design, okay? Always. I don't know if you know what that is. You can Google it, Ralph Lauren Decor, and I'm not talking things that, are made by Ralph Lauren. I'm talking about the decor. I love the moody, warm texture, dark. I don't know. I love everything about it. I love how there's mixed artwork, contemporary artwork with Victorian artwork, and, polo, horses. And I've just always been drawn to that look. So in my defense, that's what I was going to go with in this room. Okay. And so if you're looking around at pictures, for decor, and you happen to run across a Ralph Lauren, I want you to look at the room, I want you to look at the design, and then I want you to look at the rugs. The rugs kind of disappear and they kind of anchor the room, but they kind of disappear. That design, it's not, I'm not a designer, I didn't go to school for this, I just, know what I know and what I've taught myself, but you always need something to ground the room, and I feel like that's what, I don't even know, what his designs would be considered. Anyhow, I digress. The rug was purchased because that was going to be the theme, and I have changed my mind completely on the theme. There's also a movie that I really like, and it's called Dinner with Friends. It's an old movie, and I don't know about you, but I love to watch movies, and I love the movie. I love, you know, the story behind the movies, but I also watch movies just because of decor. I'm weird. I just do. And in that movie, it's an old movie, and I love the house. I love the comfort. I love the just everything about what the lived in comfortable lived in look is. And so that is what I'm going to start building in this room. I'm not going to get it all done at once because design is expensive, and it takes time. So I'm going to start by doing some things in the room that I think are key to getting started, because you got to start somewhere. You know, you can think about it and think about it and think about it, and if you tried to go out and buy everything to create that mood or that room or that feeling at one time, you'd go broke. So it's important to get key pieces to start building from, and start to pieces that will give you a foundation to start building from, if that makes any sense, okay? And so that's what we're doing today. So let's get into the haul. So what do I want to start with? So you're going to notice a theme in the room. You know what? I'll start with the DIYs first. So I have this vase here, and one of my later videos, or earlier videos, I told you I used to be farmhouse. So you've seen this vase before, right? It's Hobby Lobby vase. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It can, you know, you can incorporate that into any design. However, I don't want to use a glass vase, but I also don't want to get rid of it. So I'm going to be redoing this, and I have a bunch of stuff to use to remake it or to re-envision it, but I don't know which one I'm going to go with, so I've bought everything. So I'm either going to be using joint compound, or I'm going to be doing the baking soda trick, one or the other. And I bought all of these colors. I'm going to show them to you right now, because I wasn't sure, you know, which one I wanted to go with. Let me see if I can get them all. I don't know if you can see them, but I bought all these colors to use. So there's a real brown, which is this one here. This one is called Heather Gray. I've used that before. I love that color. Teddy Bear Tan, which cute name. This one is Honeycomb. And then I got, I got two of the Heather Grays. So, told you I like it. So I got those. And then if I was going to go with another technique, I got matte black spray paint. So I'm not sure, and I got some brushes to use, some foam brushes to use, and then these to use. I also got, when I'm all done, some clear, matte clear sealer. So depending on what I do or how I do it, and you'll be seeing that in this video, what I end up doing with this, either way I'm going to have to seal it. So not sure which one, so we shall see. So that is the first DIY that I'm doing, because, you know, I'm not going to waste a vase, and I think that what I plan on doing to it will look good for a long time. And then, I don't know, so these are the curtains. I don't know if you can tell that they are like a linen. They're like a Belgium linen. And they're not true Belgium linen. I wanted true Belgium linen curtains when I purchased these, but those were pricey. So I searched and searched and searched and searched for curtains that were the right color and texture of Belgium linen, and I found these, and I just love them. I will see if I can get, I'm sure I don't know if the camera is picking up the texture of this, but very much like Belgian linen. So I'm going to be hemming these because these are, I believe, 96 inches in length. And upstairs here, we only need the 84 inches. So I have to take some fabric off of those, which is scary. I don't own a sewing machine. So I bought this Ultra Bond to use. So you cut, I'm assuming you cut, I'm going to be using one of these curtains that are hanging as my pattern. So I know where to cut. So we're going to be doing that, so that's going to be interesting. Whew. And what I love about that is I believe I have 8 or 10 of those curtains, so I can do like the small windows, I can do 2 on each of those, and then I can put the rest on the bigger window, and I can make it look really lush and yummy, so I'm super excited about that. Now, the second the third DIY that I'm going to be doing is, I've been looking for a tray to put on top of my dresser that will hold my perfumes and, you know, just part of the decor, because I currently have my perfumes in a drawer in the bathroom. But I want to display some of my favorites on top of the dresser, and so I've been looking for a tray to do that. I went to the consignment store, I went to the antique mall, and I just couldn't find anything that spoke to me. And I was walking through Hobby Lobby, and they had their wall decor. I don't know if it ended last week, but their wall decor was 50% off. And so I walked, I was probably in there for a good hour, and I was walking by one of their display cases, and I saw this. Okay, and so we are going to be turning this. It was what, $17.99, and it was half off. So it's nice and thin. It's the perfect size, and I don't know. I fell in love with it, and so we're going to be turning this into a tray for the top of my dresser to hold my perfumes, and I love it. I also purchased these handles to help with that. I love these. These were also 50% off, and they were only $4.99 to begin with. And then I was happy to see that they had the screws, and you know, with the decorative hardware, that had the color, the same color as the metal on these. So easy peasy. So I got that, and that is going to be the third DIY that we do. So let me set this aside over here. Where else should I start? So I got all of this. So then I got this, which I absolutely loved the color. And I love the tassels. These are easy to make too, but $13.99 and whatever. I saw it. I'm a fan of, if you see something that you love, buy it. Surround yourself with things that you love, and it'll be beautiful. That's my motto. Here are the pillows. A couple of throw pillows. I got 2 of these throw pillows to go on the bed. I currently already have a beautiful crocheted pillow these will sit up against, so that'll make 2, 3, that'll make three pillows, you know, to really beef up the bed. So I'm in love with these. They've got like all these different textures and everything, and I'm in love with the color. Okay, this is not just fall, but it was important to me to bring the color from the rug up into the bed. It just feels good when you do that. So I got 2 of these, and we'll look at the rug in depth a little bit more in depth so you guys can see it. It's gorgeous. And then I got, I was trying to think of something to go into my vase once I get it done, but I wanted something that was earthy, you know, that type of thing. And I found these, And I really love them because I just feel like they're airy, and they're not you know, specific to any holiday or season. They're just, I think, beautiful, and they will add a nice, they've got a little bit of different colors in them. I don't know if you can see that. Some yellows, a hint of the rust in there, and green. But they are considered fall, so I got them for 40% off, and they were $7.99 a stem, and I got 3 stems. 3 stems made quite a full, or you know, the look I was going for. So I really love these. Okay, moving on, we'll do blankets. So I found 3 different blankets. I don't know how I'm going to use the 3 blankets. I don't know if I'm going to layer them. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But the first one, I love. I love sweaters. I want a sweater like this. I need a sweater. Somebody make me one that's just like this for fall and winter. I just love it so much. I had one when I was younger, teenager, and it was my favorite thing to wear, and I can't find one. Well, I'm sure if I looked really hard. But anyways, I love this. It's Threshold, and it was $30 at Target. I love it. And it's just going to add so much texture to the bed. You always want something to pull over yourself if, you know, if you're laying in bed reading or what have you. The next one I got at Hobby Lobby. Their throws were 50% off. This was $27, and I got it for half off. But it has all the colors that I'm going for in my room. Now, this is not specific to a style, okay? I'm not doing, I don't even know what the style is that I'm trying to create except warm. I don't know. Oh, I am doing another DIY. Ha. I am recreating, I'm doing a dupe actually, so I'm going to show you guys that in a second. So anyways, I got this one, which I love, and then I found this one. It has that fringed end, and it's the chevron pattern. It's like a wool. It was expensive. So I don't remember. I just remember, I didn't even look at the price when I saw it. I just put it in my cart, and then when I went to go check out, I was like, whoa. So I think it was like $59, but I love it. I love the detail of the fringe. I love the chevron pattern, and I love the feel of it. It's so yummy. So I don't know how I'm going to display the the throws. I just know that I love all 3 of them, so I'm going to find a way to incorporate them. Now I have glass lamps. You know, the base is glass, and then all the metal in it is like a brass, and my curtain rods are silver. So in order to incorporate the silver into the room so that I didn't have to do it with all gold, because I think all gold is gaudy. That's just my opinion. No offense to anybody. It's okay to mix metals. It is totally okay to do that. So I changed all the knobs on my dresser and my nightstands to the silver just to kind of, you know, have some cohesiveness with that. So anyways, but I don't want to have white lampshades anymore. And I just noticed that lampshade is really dirty. Anyways, so I was able to find these at at Home Goods, and I love the texture of them, and I love the color of them. And they're not white, but they were also silver on the inside, which is okay because you're not going to see that part, right? They sit up high. But I was just stoked that I found lampshades that I like, and I found 2 identical ones, which is kind of a big deal at Home Goods, right? If you don't get there on the day they get a delivery or they unload a truck, you know, good luck. So I got 2 of those, obviously. Let me get my other DIY. You guys are going to love this. This is a Pottery Barn dupe. I was looking for artwork to hang above the bed, and I found you know, some artwork that I liked at Pottery Barn. I'm a big fan of framed art. I love framed art. So anytime I have like a canvas, even if the canvas doesn't have a frame on it, I'm not a huge fan. I like everything to be framed. So I was looking for the art, and what popped up suggested to me was some Pottery Barn artwork. However, it was $299 for the 2 pieces that I wanted up there, and I thought, okay, that's a little pricey. So I passed on that. But then I got to thinking, well, how much would it cost if I, you know, tried to dupe that? So I did find the frames, similar frames to that. They're 16 by 20, and then they have a 11 by 14 opening that they're matted, and then the art that you put inside are 11 by 14. So those 2 would look beautiful up above the bed. So what I ordered was, one says inhale and the next says exhale, which you could totally make these if you have a Cricut. You could totally do these. So I'm going to be using these in the frames that I got. It also came, when I ordered those, it came with a botanical, which I'm not going to use above the bed, but I may use somewhere else in my home. So I'm not going to discard that. So I'm excited about that. Now, I can't wait to film anymore. I need to get busy on this room, and my picture frames arrived today, so I needed to get filming. I've got so much going on right now. I needed to start filming, so I couldn't wait for UPS or FedEx or however they're coming to drop off my frames. So I needed to get filmed. So you guys will see that when, you know, when I put it together. Now the frames on from Pottery Barn are the same natural wood that, or the same wood tone that I purchased. But around the very edge of the frame is like a darker, I can't tell if it's black or like a dark walnut stain. I mean, very tiny, tiny little bit just to kind of set it off. So I don't know if I'm going to attempt that because I don't want to ruin the frames that I ordered. So anyways, that is going to be a dupe, a Pottery Barn dupe. So I'm super excited. And I will put up here on the screen what it is that I'm duping for a lot less. And then the sheets that I have on my bed currently are floral, but they are so stinking comfortable, you guys. I got them at Home Goods, and I needed to because my sheets from West Elm were shredded when I was sick and I had a fever. I was, I guess, you know, doing this with my feet in my sleep, and it literally shredded the sheets where my feet are, so I had to take those off, and I went to go buy these, and I fell in love with them, but, you know, they don't go with the theme, but I'm not getting rid of those. I love those. But I did want to get some new sheets, and it's important that I get deep pocket because I don't want to get up in the middle of the night. So I got these from Target. I don't know if you can see the pattern. I love it. I needed something that was going to hug my bed, my mattress, so that I'm not having to get up in the middle of the night and make my bed. I also wanted low piling because I have purchased Target sheets before, and the fabric piled, and I would find, you know, balls of fabric all over the bedroom, and it drove me freaking nuts. So supposedly these are low piling, and I have had threshold sheets before. And from what I remember, I don't know what happened to those. I do remember that they hugged onto the mattress really well. So I'm hoping that's the case with these, but I love them. I love the pattern. I love the color. It's exactly what I'm looking for. Again, I know it's just, you know, the time of year. You're probably thinking, oh, she's doing a fall bedroom. No, I'm not. I'm not doing a fall bedroom. And then I picked this little doodad up, which you can totally DIY something like this. Target just charges too much money, I think, for stuff like this, but so does every other store. This was Threshold, and it was only $5. I don't think I could have got this little vase and, you know, the little eucalyptus picks for less than $5. So, yeah, so it was $5. Just so you could see, and it is Threshold. But I loved it, and I thought that I could incorporate that somewhere in the room. I love it. I love the texture, and I think it's perfect. So I got that for the room. And then I got some room spray. I'm a big room spray fan. I usually pick it up at Home Goods. And I just, every time I go to Home Goods lately, it's been to shop for like pillows and throws and stuff. And I always forget to go over to the soap and the area where all this stuff is. But I did get the, oh, it smells so good, you guys. I did get the Hearth and Hand one. And it is the smoked woods. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. I like to keep them on my nightstand, and at night I will spray them on my bed like just a mist over the mattress. So anyways, all right. And then lastly, I got, just because they were sitting there, has nothing to do with the bedroom. I did pick up this Fall Fills cup, and I thought this was wonderful for Thanksgiving to have my coffee and give thanks. So I got those, but it has nothing to do with bedroom. So anyways, we have a lot to do. So that is everything that I got. We need to get into those DIYs, and we'll see you in a minute. Okay, first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get the curtains taken care of. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay out the one that needs to be cut, and I'm going to lay the curtains that I had hanging and my pattern curtain on top, and I'm going to use that as a template to, you know, to cut them down to size. After getting this cut to size, what I'm going to do is go ahead and use the white curtain as my guide, even though you see me pull it away. I put it back because I figured I needed a guide for my hem. And so I went ahead and I folded the curtain that I wanted to hem over the bottom just so that I knew where to pin it. And so I used safety pins, and I went ahead and pinned that so that I could take it up to the ironing board and get started. So first thing that I'm doing is go ahead and ironing the crease, and I'm using steam. The bonding tape that I used requires no steam, so I had to turn that off. But what you do is you just cut a strip, and you'll see as the progress goes that I get better and better and better. But I did this to every single panel, and because this video is already so long, I'm not going to show you every single panel because it's just repetitive. It's just me hemming them. So I'm going to go ahead and let you watch this process, and then you'll be able to see me hang them up. It was important to me to get to the sheets washed and the window treatments back up on this day because you know, we had to sleep in it. But this is a 3-4 day project. Filming takes a long time, you guys. And, you know, like I said, I'm not a seamstress, so this took me a while. I wish I had a sewing machine. I probably could have done a better job with a sewing machine, even though I'm not a seamstress. This was a lot of work. So if you have somebody that sews or have access to a sewing machine, do that.
Turning me on, the way you telling me you wanted me down. Done it, I done this before you fall. I won't won't catch you, don't know I'm stalling. Cause you love to have him all crying. Calling me sweet, telling me you need me. But I'm from a city that's high school. I give him the cinema, I go. Cause you a bad man, you she don't love money. She break hearts real fast like conman. Wanna swim down to the deep end. Wanna know all my secrets, honestly. Can you keep it real? Cause honestly, I can tell that you're real fond of me. Baby, don't be shy, I can see it in your eyes. I've been running around. Too bad, I've been sticking out your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I know you stand you how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night?
It comes out so nice, doesn't it? Okay, so now what I decided to do is, rather than doing each one individually, is I took the one that I did and I'm using that as a pattern now, and I'm going to go ahead and fold all of these curtains in half. I'm going to cut them all at once and I'm going to get them all hemmed. So I'm going to repeat the process you just saw me do to all 5 of the remaining panels, and then we're going to go ahead and get them hung up, which is what you're going to see now.
Too bad, I've been sticking out your mind. Too bad, I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I know you stand you how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Take it, baby, I ain't scared to take it. Oh, and maybe when I take it, oh, I feel it coming down too strong. Cause I want ya, and it's hard to resist. Cause I need ya, and it's hard, baby, yeah, cause I believe ya. Hold me tight, holding on tonight.
We're going to go ahead and get started on this, turning this into, well, what I'm hoping is going to look like stone. You guys have all seen this vase before, popular at Hobby Lobby and popular with farmhouse decor, which I am no longer farmhouse decor, so I need to turn this into something different. So what we're going to be doing is using paint. And this is just your acrylic paint that you can get at a Hobby Lobby or Michael's or any of those. Baking soda, coffee grounds, and a brush. So I'm going to be making doing the base in this color here. This is heather gray. And then these colors are going to be accent colors to bring out depth and hopefully get my stone look. So let's go ahead and get this mixed up and get started. I watched several videos on how to do this, and there's so many different methods on how to do it. The one that I landed on said to mix your base color with the baking soda, and she just said that it would be like or should be like a cement texture, so that's what I was going for. And you'll see when I start to brush it onto the glass vase that it is translucent and chunky. That ends up working out in my benefit in the long run, but while I was doing it, I was really unsure. So I'm going to let you guys just watch the process and see how it all turns out. But we're going to go ahead and get this base coat on, and we're going to let that dry. I do want to mention, don't be afraid to add more paint to make the to make it more pliable. That's what I was doing throughout the first and second coat process. I was adding just a little bit of paint at a time just to make it more pliable, and it worked out just fine. Now that the second coat has dried, I'm going to go ahead and get my colors that I'm going to use to distress the pottery onto a paper plate. And this is my inspiration piece, which I had up so that I could kind of follow it. Mine doesn't look anything like that when it's done, but you know, I wanted something that looked similar to that. So I'm just going to dry brush on you know, the colors all over. I'm going to blend them in. I'm just going to play with it. You really can't go wrong when you're doing this step. You just want to get the colors on there in sporadic areas because you want it to look aged. And so, you know, I'm you know, dabbing and brushing and blending and just starting off with one color, and then I'm going to go in with another color, and eventually I'm going to you know, just use all three of them, you know, because your brush gets all three colors on it anyways, and just kind of playing with it until it looks the way I want it to look. It's my pottery, and this is the way I wanted it to look. When you do yours, you make it to the way you want it to look, okay? I ended up not using the coffee grounds in this project. The coffee grounds are used to rub all over. So after all of this paint dries, then you go in with the coffee grounds or dirt. Some people use dirt from their garden, and you just rub it all over the pottery, and it's meant to bring out all of the imperfections and the stone and the crevices and all of that to make it look more natural. But I didn't have to do that. I didn't feel the need to do that. I feel like the brown paint did exactly what that would have done for me, because I just dry brushed it all over the pottery, all over the piece. So it actually turned out wonderful. But if you want to go ahead and do that step, you would do that after your, all of this paint dried. You would go in before you seal it and just rub the coffee grounds all over the pot, and then of course take a dry clean cloth, and wipe off any excess, and then go ahead and seal it after that. I went ahead and grabbed my original mix of the base color with the baking soda, and I'm just dipping my brush in there and lightly going over some of the dark areas, just blending, just kind of making it all come together nicely. And here it is, the final product. Doesn't it look gorgeous? Oh my God, I'm in love with it, you guys. So now I'm going to take it outside, and I'm going to put a clear matte coat on it to protect it. But I'm so happy I was able to take this glass vase and turn it into something brand new for my room makeover. And it was just for the cost of the paint and the brushes, which is, nothing compared to what it would have cost. But isn't it gorgeous? I'm in love with it. I want to do everything now. Now we're moving on to the easiest project of it all, and that is just to turn this picture into a tray to put on top of my dresser. And it's simple. You're just measuring, making sure that you're getting the, you can eyeball it. It's not that difficult. You're just attaching these handles to the tray, to the frame, and then you're taking off the part that would hang to the wall in the back, and that's pretty much it. But I wanted to show you guys that you can turn some simple projects. Maybe you have a frame around your house or a picture around your house that you can use for this. You don't have to go out and buy one. I did not. But you may have something that you love and you don't want to hang up, but you can use as a tray. So I thought that this would be a great DIY to show you. so happy with these picture frames, you guys. They did come a little bit lighter than what appeared online, so I am going to be adding a coat of brown acrylic paint, which you'll see here in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and get my art put in them and do that, and then you'll see me hang these up in the final video. You're seeing this on a Monday, and then on Thursday's video we will pull the whole room together so that you can see everything all at once. And Thursday is normally my recipe day, but I'm going to skip the recipe and just finish the makeover in 1 week so you don't have to wait too long. But I'm really happy with these frames. So if you guys are looking for some really good quality frames for an inexpensive price, these are the way to go. I will go ahead and link them in the video below. But I want to thank you guys so much for sticking with me. It's a rather long video. I didn't want to break it up too much, so 2 long videos it is. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are and whatever time you're watching this, and we will see you in the next video. If you have not subscribed, I hope you plan on doing that before you leave today, and click the bell notifications to be notified when I upload videos. We've got lots coming, you guys. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day. Bye.